Hello, I'm Nicolas Mansart. I'm one of the chair in robotics of Anity, and today we are going to discuss optimal control on a full-scale humanoid robot using a memory of motion. This is typically the kind of problem that we are trying to solve, and that is not yet solved today, is how to navigate autonomously, taking live decision in a 3D environment. Currently, the state of the art when you want to compute a locomotion in a complex environment like that is to define an optimal control problem, but only for a subpart of the robot, typically for the center of mass and for all other balance quantities related to the balance of the robot, and to predict the future optimal trajectory for these quantities, then apply that on the robot. We call that model predictive control. In our chair, we would like to go one step further and to compute the optimal policy, but for the whole body of the robot, for all the variables, all the quantities. And we propose to do that by solving online at high frequency, typically every milliseconds, quite large, sparse, nonlinear constraint optimization problem. So when you consider all the variables of the robot during time horizon, it amounts typically to 10,000 variables to solve. And for that, we want to use second order optimization descent so that we can have super linear convergence rate. Before going into the details of our methods, let's recall what is optimal control. So optimal control is to define the motion of the robot in terms of an objective function to optimize, so typically a reward function to maximize or a cost function to minimize, given that all the constraints of the robot should be respected. Optimal control is a well-defined problem, defined a long time ago, and the solution to an optimal control problem can be seen as a dual form. You can either see that the solution to an optimal control problem is a trajectory, and in that case you are typically in the domain of motion planning, or you can see the solution to an optimal control problem as an optimal policy, so a function that to any state of the robot maps an optimal control to be applied to the motors. And in that case, you are likely in the domain of reinforcement learning. So we want to take advantage of this dual form of the solution and propose a solution that exploits both quantities and the properties associated to both quantities. So for that, first, we are proposing advanced numerical solvers that are able to optimize a complete trajectory at high frequency. I'm not going to enter in the details of what are exactly the optimization problem, but that typically they are something like that with different variables relying on state, control, or contact forces, with a cost function that is typically an integral, and various kind of constraints. Maybe more than looking exactly at what are these quantities, remark that the underlying matrices are quite sparse. So you see they are full of zeros, of white areas. And more than sparse, they are very strongly structured. So you see that the non-zero coefficients, they are not spread all over the matrices, but only on some diagonal bands. And to obtain an efficient solver, we have to account for the sparsity, but optimally taking account of the structure of the matrix. Also, there is for 10,000 variables, so here you have a 10,000 times 10,000 matrix to evaluate and invert. Evaluation of the matrix, so computing all these derivatives is also quite expensive, and we are doing a lot of work in terms of how to model and how to compute the model quantities, which lead us to have one or maybe likely the fastest whole body optimization or optimal control solver in the domain, and we are able now to solve a whole body humanoid problem or quadruped problem every 10 milliseconds at 100 Hz. And we are also able to optimally interpolate this problem to go until 2 kHz on the real robot. So we are able to solve in real time, to optimize in real time our optimal control problem. But as I said, the numerical problem is nonlinear with nonlinear constraints, so it's non-convex, meaning that you can only guarantee to find a local minimum. To ensure that the local minimum that we are going to find is an interesting local minimum, or is maybe even the global minimum, we are relying on an offline structure that we train on a database of motion of the robot. So typically, offline, we are producing a lot of examples for how the robot should behave in various situations. We are training a memory of motion by supervised learning to encode this database in a compact form. And at runtime, we are seeking a guess trajectory, so one approximate example of how the robot should behave. Maybe it's not accurate, maybe it's even not exact and not respecting the constraints, but it's a guess that we are using to guide online the numerical solver that is optimizing it at high frequency. Here is a typical example of a locomotion database that we produce in the framework of the project Memo, and that we are sharing in Anity. Well, this database by itself, it's also a contribution, and it's freely available at this URL. Well, now combining our efficient optimal control solver and this offline trained memory of motion, we are able to apply whole body optimal control on the real robot. So here in this example, for example, you will see the robot of state dimension 56 with 22 motors actuated, doing a task where he has to track a target while keeping it balanced. Here is Talos. It's a full-scale humanoid robot. It's torque control, and that's the only commercially available fully torque control human robot. It's requested to make a tracking task with his left hand effector, tracking this target that Ewen, the PhD student that developed this work, is showing to the robot, and that is observed using a motion capture system. He's taking all the decisions in real time at 2 kHz, guaranteeing balance of the robot, stability of the contact, and tracking the task. So we are now able to do various manipulation tasks with the robot, making contact with the grippers, and we are now moving to locomotion, to dynamic locomotion. You can see here that the robot is able to resist perturbation that A1 is applying on the robot arm. You see that it's compliant, and that's because the robot is torque controlled, so it's able to adapt to a disturbance of the environment or an accuracy of the contact model. So as a summary, we are working on evaluating the optimal policy for the whole body of the robot using a model-based approach. This requires development and contribution in sparse second order optimization in order to be able to compute an optimization step in 10 milliseconds for a problem with 10,000 variables, and development in training an offline memory of motion so that we can guide the solver to a global minimum. While we are still very happy with the experiment, it's a world premiere to have a model predictive control on a full-scale humanoid robot or on a leg robot at large. We also have theoretical perspective in augmenting our solver with proximal augmented Lagrangian to better tackle constraints, in particular inequality constraints. And our goal at the end is to develop a method which is model-based and second order for reinforcement learning, so that we could also obtain in reinforcement learning superlinear convergence rate, leading to more accuracy in reinforcement learning, which we believe is very important when controlling a robot, and also leading to online adaptation, so generalization to unforeseen situations, which is something that is missing yet in reinforcement learning. Thank you very much for your attention. I would be delighted to discuss our activities with you if you are interested. Let me know.